Governor Evers has big plans for your kids.
I'm declaring 2025 the year of the kid in Wisconsin.
That's assuming you want to have kids in the first place.
I'll fight like hell against every effort and veto any bill that makes access to abortion any less accessible than it is today. And that's a promise.
But let's say you decide to go through with it and have children. Governor Evers doesn't want you to have to worry about a thing. And who better to look after your kids than the public school system?
I will again propose historic investments in K through 12 education.
And when it comes to who's going to feed your kids, not your problem as far as Governor Evers is concerned.
Let's end school meal debt and make sure every kid has a healthy breakfast and lunch at school with no stigma at no cost.
But let's face it, schools can't look after your kids 24/7, and you shouldn't be bothered to worry about them the rest of the time. At least, that's what Governor Evers thinks.
Folks, the obligation to help address the challenges our kids are facing in this 80% of the time they're not in school falls squarely at the feet of elected officials, including myself, in this building.
And apparently the biggest challenge is finding someone to raise your kids when they aren't in school. Other than you, of course.
No surprise, childcare is too darn expensive. We have to make childcare more affordable and accessible.
Because Governor Evers needs you to be working. I mean, who else is going to pay all the taxes to fund all the government programs to take care of your kids?
Wisconsin's child care crisis affects not only our kids, families, and child care providers, but our state employers, workforce, and economy too.
Now, replacing parents with government employees is bound to take a psychological toll on your kids. But don't worry, Governor Evers is on top of that too.
My budget proposal will invest nearly $300 million to provide comprehensive mental health services in schools statewide.
At some point, you might start to have concerns about what kinds of ideas and beliefs the government is putting in your kids' heads. Friendly advice? You better back off.
And to our LGBTQ kids and Wisconsinites, I'll never stop delivering on my promise to use every power available to me to defend you, protect your rights, and keep you safe.
Never forget who your kids really belong to: the state.
The state cannot continue to shirk responsibility for the 80% of time our kids are not in our classrooms. That 80% falls on us.
At least, that's how Governor Tony Evers sees it. For the McIver Institute, I'm Bill Osmolsky.